audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Camille Majdali.
Getting real insight into meaning of what happens if we explore those books of the New Testament. Many of them we call epistles or letters that have been written. It might be a surprise to some when we talk about the book of Revelation, but we're talking about a letter here, Camille. John's letter to the 7 churches.
That's right. The book of Revelation is written to 7 churches in the Roman province of Asia. In other words, Western Asia Minor, which is modern Turkey. And the book of Revelation really is a priceless gift from God. It is a popular book, but it's also a dreaded book or feared book because people think it's mysterious and it is frightening. Of course, it's nothing of the kind. The mysteries are explained. The theme is actually all victorious. Yes, there's some heavy going within it, we'll be honest. But we have to remember that this book is not about the devil, the mark of the beast, the harlot of Babylon, the false prophet, and a whole, shall we say, evil array of characters. No, they are minor players. This book is about Jesus Christ. It's his revelation. It also tells us about Almighty God. It has 7 beatitudes or blessings, so it is a book of blessing. It's about the justice of God, hence the various judgments, 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 bowl. It is about the church itself, and that's why we have 7 letters to 7 churches. It is about the second coming of Jesus, which is chapter 19. And it tells us about another thing that we don't hear anywhere else in the Bible. It speaks about the eternal state. That's what Revelation really is about. And when we understand that, it makes it all the more wonderful and attractive.
And a letter written to 7 churches, all with differing contexts, receiving what John is writing in perhaps different ways, Camille.
Well, yes, and at some point, Neil, we're going to look at the 7 churches here on Faith in the Future, but for now, I want to point out a couple of them. One is called Sardis, and Sardis is found in chapter 3. And it's interesting where it says in verse 1, I know your works, that you have a name or reputation, that you are alive, but you are dead. Now that is staggering because as far as Sardis was concerned, they were alive. As far as their marketing and promotion of image was concerned, everyone else thought they were alive, the happening place. And yet, according to the opinion of the one who matters most, he says, you're dead. So really, we need to take our temperature according to God's plan and personage, not people's. And then it says onward that there's a few names in Sardis, even in Sardis, who have not defiled themselves with garments or the wrong garments. That's Sardis. But the other one is at the end of chapter 3, Laodicea. And I think it's so remarkable because Jesus doesn't have anything positive to commend the church at Laodicea. On the contrary, he says they are so lukewarm, self-sufficient, poor, blind, miserable, wretched, and naked that he's ready to spew them out of his mouth. Now, he doesn't say this because he hates them. He says it because he loves them. And then he gives them this amazing overcomer's promise that if they will overcome their lukewarmness, they can sit with him on his throne. In other words, the least worthy church gets the greatest promise of all.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Camille Majdali from Teach All Nations. For more from Dr. Majdali, including books and DVDs on prophecy, Bible commentaries, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future, go to vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.